burned.
Nope, 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 nope.
Not like this.
There he
It's all
goes.
good. Can't
One
grab
thing I
him.
have not figured out yet is how to tech off of those. Getting spiked off the stage.
Like a multi-hit or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay, well, we can talk about that. We'll
Okay.
talk about it after this game. Shabin? Alright, so we'll talk about those techs.
Okay.
So, with the tech, there's some mental things you have to think about, and there's also some
Okay.
timing stuff you need to think about. So the first thing is, if you are off stage, and you know that I'm going to hit you with something, you don't know when it's going to happen exactly, but you should know that, okay, I clearly, let's say in a situation that you missed me, if I don't try and hit you, then I'm probably doing something wrong. I should be trying to hit you no matter what, so that so I'm pressuring you to make sure that you don't make mistakes, right? Because if I let you run off stage and go for back airs and I never try and make you tech or I never try and hit you, then you're going to keep doing it over and over again, and I'm going to let you recover for free all the time, right? So let's say, for example, if you miss, so let's say I missed. Let's say I go like this. If I miss you and I'm recovering like this, I'm expecting you to, like, let's say you're hanging from ledge and you're going to go like this, right? Probably not with a fair. You're probably actually going to go like that, right? With your back air. If I'm in this up B situation right here, I should know that's coming. I should not be surprised when you hit me, right? With a multi-hit move, like Greninja's is not easy to tech. It's very specific because just how his is. It's kind of like Yoshi's or what's it called? Banjo's back air, right? So they're a little bit more specific. For a single hit move, I'll say like for my back air, you should be anticipating that I'm going to hit you, and you want to try and hit your shield button when I hit you, not when you hit the stage.
Gotcha.
Be very, very specific or very clear about that, because if you try to tech as you're traveling through the air to hit the stage, and then you hit shield as you're hitting the stage, miles too late.
Okay.
Like 10 miles too late. And the reason is because of the buffer system, right? The buffer system, number one, but also input delay online, right? It still applies online and offline as far as if you do the same strategy online or offline, it still works. So it's not like offline. It's a different timing slightly, but the concept is the same, right? So if I back air you, let's say if you're going for your recovery like from right here, right? So you're not you're not right up against the stage. If I back air you like right here, like this, right, like that, and you have to tech. If you are at a high enough percent to need to tech, and this is also important. Let's say you're at like 70 and above, right? So you're not gonna explode, but you're not gonna get tapped. Where if you tech, you'll air dodge and just die, right? You're gonna need to tech in a situation. So if you need to tech, as soon as my backer comes out, if you hear the sound effect of my character, or if you have rumble on, as soon as you feel that rumble, or you see the impact or the sound effect of it, anything to indicate that you've been hit, that's when you're teching.
Okay.
Right? If you try and tech, like I said, the smoke, like while you're traveling, too late. While you hit the stage, miles too late. Right?
Okay.
So that's going to be the number one and number two thing, I guess, as far as knowing the timing. But also, when you're recovering, let's say if you're going to up B, if I'm up Bing right here, I can hit tech during the travel time of my up B, right? Or hit shield, I should say. And I'm not going to air dodge out of my up B and die. Right?
Okay.
That's obviously not how it works. You can't cancel. If you could cancel your up B with shield, then that would be a very well-known tech, I feel like. That'd actually be really broken in a lot of situations. I can just go like this and cancel it, then dash up to you and get a grab. Like, that'd be broken.
Yeah.
Right? So, if we know that, that means, okay, you can up B. And as soon as you are in your up B, of course you have your two angles to worry about, so it's a little bit more complex than mine with the one angle, right? But if I feel like I need to tech, as soon as I start to travel, or as soon as I see you get close to me, I'm hitting shield whether you get close to me or not.
Okay.
Or whether or not you tried to hit me or not, I should say. So if I go like this, if you run off stage and just do nothing, I'm still going to try and tech.
Okay.
Right? If you go like this and you hit me, I'm still going to try and tech. If you go like that and you completely miss, I'm still going to try and tech. Right?
Okay.
One thing you do have to be careful about, though, is when you're trying to do this tech, is you don't want to hold shield. Right?
Okay.
There's two things, actually. You don't want to mash shield, and we'll get into that in a second, but you also don't want to hold shield. And the reason why you don't want to hold shield is because if you do, you're going to roll on stage like that.
Okay.
right? The reason why that's
Yeah.
bad is if someone goes like this to try and scare you into teching, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you roll, let's go like this and get an up smash and kill you,
Yeah.
right? So that's bad, obviously. So if you're gonna tech, you want to tap the tech or shield button, okay?
Okay.
That's gonna be number one. Number two, as far as the multiple mashing of tech, you hear people say, "Oh, well, I was mashing tech. Why did I not tech?" It's like because it actually makes it worse. You want to tech
Okay.
with a single button or a single press. If you mash shield to try and tech, I don't remember the exact frames, but I'm pretty sure it's every 21 frames you can only tech once.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
so what that means is if you miss your tech, you're basically screwed. If you mash, here's the thing though, here's another thing that's important. If you mash tech, right? If I mash tech well before you even hit me, there's a chance that since I hit shield, that 21 frame timer starts as soon as I hit shield. And if you didn't actually hit me, there's a chance that in that 21 frame window, I hit the stage, and even though I hit tech again, I'm in that window of 21 frames where I can't tech. So I screwed myself over by mashing shield,
Okay.
right? So I have to just try and time it once, right? Because you can have very good timing, right? By doing this, it's like, okay, well, I'll just make sure I'll never miss by just going like this as fast as I possibly can. And if I hit the stage, then it's guaranteed to tech. It's like, no, if you do that, you're actually going to ruin your chances,
Okay.
right? There's a chance you get lucky where it's like he's hit it super early, and then the 21 frames is up, and then they hit you, and then you tech again by pure luck, and then you get your tech. It's like, okay, I'm just going to do this forever. But definitely don't do that. Hit it once.
Okay.
Just tech once.
Yeah.
Light tap so you don't roll on stage, right? And you want to tech the person hitting you, right? That's basically it.
Okay.
I guess the last part is the anticipation to know you've made a mistake, right? We talked about that a little bit, but you should not be surprised if someone tries to hit you, right? If you say, "Oh, I didn't even try and tech," it's like, well, why? You know, at lower levels of play, I guess it's like, okay, if your friends never ever do that, and you fight someone who's much better than you, and they do it all the time, so this is a new experience, then that's not the same.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the same. If it's like I'm at a high level of play and I'm shocked that somebody did that, it's like you dash attacking someone's shield and they up you at a shield and kill you. So I had no idea that would happen. It's like, that's not true. Like, come on, you know? So same thing for teching. I will say that teching, it's so few and far between as far as how much you have to think about it, right?
Yeah.
It rarely ever happens in a game. You can go entire sets where you never have to tech the bottom of the stage, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I'm just never going to think about this for potentially hours or even sometimes days at a time, depending on who you fight, right? And it's like, okay, you got to just tech right now, remember how to do everything and do it perfect right now. Like, there's no way to really practice it, you know?
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing about practicing it too is that you can't go into the training room and then say, okay, I'm gonna have Ganondorf F smash me into the wall in the training room and then time it and then tech. Like, even though you could do that to actually get the tech, the fact is that there's so much lead up and anticipation that the simulation is fake.
Yeah.
Right? Because no one plays like that. Teching is a spur of the moment, like, out of nowhere thing you just have to do sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what makes it hard. Hitting shield when it's anticipated, it's like somebody tossing you an underhand pitch when you're a little kid. Like, that's the easiest thing in the world to hit, right?
Yeah.
Versus like a super fastball or a curveball or something crazy. It's like, yeah, you have no time to know what they're gonna do. They might try and throw the ball way out past the plate and try and make you swing at nothing, or it could have been a ball in the first place, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that. As you're getting higher and higher levels, it's like, okay, you have no idea what's coming or when it's going to happen. Versus like the floater, right? This toss the easy T-ball basically thing, right? So it's just a mentality you have to try to have, I guess you could say.
Yeah.